Hey there, creepy peeps. So today I thought I would do another movie review for you. In case you haven't already seen the title, it's for the movie Dracula Untold. I know I'm a little late to the game on this. It came out in September, I think, or the beginning of October, for sure. Because it was, yeah, it must have been in September because it was at Halloween Horror Nights. They did a house on it. But it was still in theaters, so I thought I would go check it out. It looked really interesting. It was kind of, if you don't know already, it's kind of an origin story, I guess. More like an origin story to the Dracula that we know, like kind of like the Universal movie monster Dracula a little bit. What I did like about it though is that while it's not the 100% true story about the man that was Dracula, I liked that they kind of, I don't know how to say this. They kind of kept true to it, I guess. Not like they kept true to it because obviously like the real person, Vlad Tepes, was not actually a vampire or anything that we know of. They kind of embellished on that story, which is in essence what Dracula is, an embellishment on the story of Vlad Tepes or the life of Vlad Tepes or Vlad the Impaler. I just like that they kind of took it back there and like used the true story a little bit and then added the part about him becoming a vampire and such. And I like that they kind of made him a hero in it. So in the movie, the Prince Vlad becomes this monster to help save his country. He gets all these badass powers. He's a super strong vampire. There is a catch, obviously. He gets turned for like 3 days, so he gets all the powers that come with being a vampire, and if he can make it 3 days without giving in to the bloodlust, then he can become mortal again. So that kind of becomes the plot and the conflict of our story. I won't give anything away. I won't tell you how it ends. Although, I mean, it's Dracula, so I think you can kind of guess how it's going to end, you know, whether he turns mortal again or not. I think you can kind of figure that out. The way that ends is not all that surprising, to be honest. I just thought it was really cool. I thought it was a really unique story and a really unique take on the Dracula story and how they kind of made it an origin story, if you will. I really liked that. I thought it was really creepy. I love all the movies. Of course, it's like about vampires, so it's gonna have a dark and gloomy feel. There's not a whole lot of sunlight in the movie. I do like all of Dracula's badass vampire bat tricks. I'm sure you've seen in the previews a little bit how he kind of can control the bats and he kind of can turn into a swarm of bats, which is super cool. Love that. I love bats. Not vampire bats. They're kind of ugly. I like fruit bats. Fruit bats are so cute. But I just love all the, and I mean, my icon is a bat. So I love all the bats. There's this one really badass scene where he's kind of walking into battle by himself and the clouds above him, like there's like a dark storm clouds behind him and it's like making the shape of a bat and it's just so badass. I feel like this movie is good for people who like superhero movies. I think it kind of has that kind of superhero origin story feel, and there's a whole lot of like really badass fight scenes, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't quite know what to expect going into it, but I was very pleasantly surprised. It's not really scary in terms of horror. It's not really that scary. I will say the first time you meet the older vampire that turns Vlad, it's just like you kind of see him, you know, enveloped in the shadows and just these red eyes like peering out. That would scare the shit out of me if I saw that in real life. So there were some kind of creepy and suspenseful scenes, but I wouldn't really call it scary. But I think it is a really good watch for anyone who's a fan of Dracula or the Dracula stories. I think it's a really good movie if you're a fan of Dracula. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I was. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely watch it again. I think it actually is out of theaters by now, but I would definitely watch it again. I'll probably buy it. I really liked it. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, so that's my probably a quickie review. I think this is going to be a really short video. There's my quick review of Dracula Untold. I would definitely check it out if you get the chance and you haven't seen it yet. It's probably not in theaters anymore, but when it comes on demand or at Redbox or something, I would definitely check it out. You can look forward to also, I think it'll be up at the same time this is up, a Box of Dread opening, which is always fun. So let me know in the description down below if you've seen Dracula Untold, what you thought of it, or if you went to Halloween Horror Nights this year and if you went through the house, and tell me how that was, because I didn't get a chance to go this year. Give a like if you feel so inclined, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay strange.